Well, hey there everyone. I'm Brian with the Traveling Bodie. This is the Tennessee Project, and this video is super exciting. I love the word exciting, as you might know. But in this video, I'm gonna be painting the inside of the main wing. And on top of that, the electrician is gonna be coming to trim out all the lights, all the switches, the plugs, everything. So this building, at the end of this video, will be all completed as far as having lights, ceiling fans, and paint on the walls. It's not much, but you know what? It's huge. As you know, paint really pulls the room together. So without further ado, let's get into the video and watch this building transform. Yeah. Well, hey everyone. Painting is happening. Painting is happening, as you saw in a previous video. The sheetrock got hung and all the mudders came and did all their jazz. So now I get to paint. I love painting. It's something I've done off and on for many years for side jobs and this and that. And this job feels pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. We've had a few people we tried to hire and they didn't come through. And by and large, I think I just kind of have a day where I need to just be alone and paint. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get at it. Painting. Can't believe it. As well, I have my painting glasses on. These are not my normal ones. These are like an old prescription, and you can see they're crooked on me. They're very crooked, so it's gonna be fun. Anyway, painting is just a meditative thing for me, so looking forward to it. Let's get some paint on the walls. So one thing I'll say is what we're using is this Valspar multi-surface primer sealer. One thing I learned from the sheetrocker guy, the guy Eddie, the head guy, is that for new sheetrock, and this is a little bit of a pro tip that I just learned, is that for sheetrock, brand new sheetrock, you want primer sealer. You don't want to waste your time with the primer paint combo. According to him, it doesn't work for brand new sheetrock, but if you're doing like patchwork and stuff like that, it's great. But for brand new housing like this, you definitely want to just get a primer sealer first, and then after that, then you put your finish coat on. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that in here and we'll get started. Pausing for a break for lunch, and as you can see, I've done the right side here and the left side still has to be done. So definitely a little bit of a difference with the ceiling. You can see all the patch marks and whatnot, but you know, it definitely makes it a bit brighter and I love it. It's definitely coming together. The whole left side needs to get completed still, but this side has been done. And you can kind of see a little marks in there in this camera lighting, but other than that, it's looking pretty awesome and well primed. I may do another coat in here just to cover up those blue boards. And same thing with the bathroom, but way different. All this bright light, super exciting. And then we decided to get, there's this stuff called FRP board. It was in the shower of my bus. And we're gonna put the FRP board on the ceiling of the shower just to protect it, to give a little more waterproofing, or not waterproofing, but just all the moisture that's gonna go up there, right? So we're gonna buy that in time and get that up there before we finish up. And yeah, so there it is coming along, but I just wanted to give a little show halfway down, but yeah, you can still sort of see the grout lines, not grout lines, but the mud lines in this paint area. It's funny, can't see it in person, but you can see it on the camera. So, but either way, just wanted to show you like a contrast before I finish the whole thing. And then once you get the ceiling done, I got to do the lofts And then we'll be done with the primer coat. Woohoo! Day 2 with the painting. As you can see, it's just all white. It dried, base coat, primer coat, all on. And as, I don't know what's more boring, watching paint dry or watching me paint, I'm not going to bore you with any more videos of me painting, but what I will show you is the finished product. In the bathroom, in the whole house, all the ceilings are just getting base white, which will look pretty much the same way it is. Out here in the main part of the house, the walls are getting a titch gray. So imagine white with just like 2 points of black. So just kind of grayish will be here. And then in the baños, there will be yellow, bright yellow in the baño. So anyway, here it is, baño, bathroom, there it is. So that's what it is. And so today I'm just gonna plug away, start with the ceilings, get the ceilings all painted, and then I'll work on the walls. That's the plan for the day. Yeah, all right. Updates when I'm at the next step. Halfway point in the ceiling. Here we go. Wanted to show you, and if you can see it on camera, but roughly, there, yeah, you can see that quite well. There's the difference. This side's painted, this side's not painted. Look at my shadow puppets. Shadow puppets. This side's painted, this side's not painted. So clearly a lot whiter. That whole side of the house is now painted, halfway done. You can see that line. And moving on down the line. Just wanted to give you that update before I get the other whole half done. I also want to say it's just the ceiling that's done. The walls are going to come later after this. But really, that's almost the difference, really, right here between this white and here. The walls are probably going to not be much more gray than this, right? So just a little bit of a teaser. All right, ceiling is all painted. It's getting dark. I'm working through it. You can tell, maybe not, ceiling's all done. Now we're going into the exciting thing. I had a few hours of daylight and wanting to take advantage of it, and we're gonna be painting, yes, canary yellow, or I don't know what yellow this is, but it's bright yellow. Laura wanted bright yellow for this baños. That's what we're about to do, and it's nice and small, so it shouldn't take me very long. Anyway, I'll give you the update when I'm living in a lemon. I had to, me and Hearts, it's all about intentions. But anyway, I needed to get a detail of this room, or there we go. I need to get a color of this room before I went and did the whole walls, but that's just the beginning. Cut in, and then walls. So another pro tip for them paying attention. Order operations when you're painting, ceiling always first. And then, I don't know, there's discrepancy on this. You know, I say cut in the walls first, cut in the corners, the ceiling, paint, and then do the trim again. Other people have different opinions. That's just mine personally. But regardless, ceiling's always first, and then the walls, in case you're curious. But anyway, next clip will be of wow, I got a lot of paint on my glasses, don't I? Look at that. Next image will this room will be yellow. Here's the moment of the hour. I'm in a yellow room. Medicine cabinet, vanity light, just so as you're curious. And we wrote, just so you can see that, medicine cabinet, no rock and roll, no fun, no sheetrock. Here you go, boys and girls. Here's a yellow bathroom for you. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, sitting in the bathtub, that's white. I want to go get Laurel's impression of this. So she doesn't know this. She doesn't know that I painted this, I don't think. But I'm gonna go get her, and I'm gonna get her impression, for first impression on camera, all right? Let's see what happens. All right, Laurel, here it is. Moment of the hour, come on in. This is like the hidden reveal, like on all those television shows. Like, yeah. See what we did.
Oh.
That's not a good O.
No, it is. I like it. No, that's very nice. It's a very clear yellow.
It's very clearly yellow.
Yeah. No, it's clear yellow. No, I like it.
You do?
I like it. I don't know why I wanted a yellow bathroom.
You know what? Who knows?
I've never had one.
You know what? It's like Big Bird in here, kind of.
Well, I like yellow and white together.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole rest of the place is gray and white. It's very low key. It's a very small area. Oh, I think it's terrific.
Yeah.
And it is really good to paint that white. You are right about that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be way too much.
It would be weird. Yeah, ceilings are typically white, just for those what she was pointing out.
Yeah.
So.
No, I like it. So you don't like it, eh?
I have to sit with it. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I surprised myself. This is not a color I usually want.
No, but I think we got to live out loud sometimes, like you said. So, but
Yeah.
here it is, and I just wanted to get that
Yeah.
on film. So I'm glad. Thank
Yeah,
you for playing
I'm
along.
going to have splashes of color in the rest of this, because the other building is very subdued, and yeah, I think it's great, and it is very happy.
I will say, painting this room, I became incredibly happy.
See?
So whatever
See?
color therapy does work. So
Yeah. I mean, you just can't help but smile. No, it was a good smile.
All right. Well,
Okay.
yay! Thank you, Laurel.
Thank you.
All right. So this is the end of day 2 for painting. Take tomorrow off as a hiatus. It's Sunday. Gonna take the day off, and then Monday come back and start cutting in the walls. And maybe in one day I can finish doing all the painting of the sidewalls. That'd be awesome, because electricians are scheduled to be coming later next week to trim everything out. Super exciting. Yes. All right. Day 3 in the painting. Doing sidewalls today. Gonna do a second coat in the bright yellow, just because I don't know. I want to do a second coat. But anyway, today what we're doing is I'm gonna ask you this question. Can you see the difference? Ceiling, walls. It's a little bit different. Laurel just wanted a little bit of difference between the two. This is 1 or 2 points, like I said, gray from the ceiling. Not much, but that's what she wanted. So we'll be doing that today. And yeah, just the next step. Again, I'm not gonna film it, but I'll give you some updates as we're doing it. As the day draws on, I didn't show you the intermediary, but all of the walls are painted. You can't really tell because there's such a subtle difference. You can kind of see between the gray of the wall and the white of the ceiling. What's really sort of cool about this place is, as you can see, there's so many different angles and light, the way it comes in, everything looks almost the same color, different shades and hues. It's sort of a fun play with light, you know, an exploration with light and those artistic people, right? So, and here's one example of it where you can kind of see here, both these walls are painted, but they look different in lighting. So it's sort of fun, right? And as you can see up here, you can definitely see, where are we at? Here we go. You can definitely see a difference between the ceiling and the wall. And it's, like I said, subtle, you know, not much. Regardless, all of the walls are painted. I haven't done the lofts yet, but it's just been a full day, and I just need to hit pause button to continue. But there's that. I just want to give you another update on it. And yeah, the painting continues. And I want to say on another note, one thing I really do enjoy painting. It's just sort of this meditative practice to just have music going and paint and sort of get out of my head. It's a wonderful thing. And so to be here in this space and just paint is wonderful. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going to come back, and you can't see the lofts because it's so bright up there, but I'm going to do the lofts tomorrow and do any sort of touch-up stuff. And like I said, God willing, coming Thursday or Wednesday, let's hope, the electricians will come to trim that out, and that will be in this video as well. So anyway, another little update on the list. I love how the light is playing, like my auto lighting thing is playing, making it look like I'm in the middle of a void. Anyway, painting. I'm going to show you this hack, painter pro tip. If you want to keep painting at a later time, a later day, and you don't want to have to go through the problems of washing out your rollers or your brushes, put them in these wonderful plastic bags that you get from all the grocery stores, right? Put them in there, and then when you're done with that, wrap it up nice and good, wrap it in tape, and then stick it in your refrigerator. Doing this somehow manages to keep it wet because it's in a plastic bag, and then the cold of the refrigerator kind of helps keep it. It doesn't freeze it, but just keeps it cold. So just another little tip for you if you're painting, because if it gets hot, it's going to dry. Don't want to do that. So wrap it in those plastic bags nice and good, and you can use the brushes later in the day, or if you're gonna, for me, I'm not gonna be painting until tomorrow, so I'm just gonna wrap it up in that plastic nice and good, stick it in my fridge, and tomorrow they'll be good to go. They'll be wet, they'll be moist, and ready to take more paint and keep working. So I wanted to share that with you because it's a really wonderful, easy tip. And this sort of being the end product of it, right? Like one bag, it just looks like a bag of bags, but in here there's the roller. There's the roller in here, and there's the brush. You can see them in there. So just let you know that's just, there's the brush. Oh, there it is. There's the brush, and here's the roller. So just as a thought, you know, you want to keep working, do that. Like I said, roll it up nice and good. And then put some tape on that, and then that way you can use it the next day. How cool. Day 4,000 of painting. One last thing to do is we're going to be painting, like I mentioned yesterday, the end walls. The end walls up there. I'm going to do that today. And then maybe just do the trim. There's a few spots on the walls in the gray that I needed to trim, or not to trim, but clean up. Just a little patchy. So I'm going to do that. Those are the next two things, and then we'll be done with painting. And the next thing will be having the electricians coming in to put in the lights in the ceiling and all the outlets and all the plugs and the switches, and it's going to be awesome. Really moving along. So there it is. Painting's happening. So remember yesterday, other clip, mentioned about putting them in bags, right? So now, here on the day to paint, pull it out. That's a nice brush ready to go. Gonna start painting now. That's the main brush, and then the roller I put in multiple bags, just so it doesn't get paint everywhere. But here it is. Like, this roller is happy, it's supple, ready for paint. Let's paint. So painting is done, boys and girls. Super exciting, love it. So now the electricians can come and have some fun doing some trim electrical. I love it. Stay tuned, next clip, electricians. Wet, rainy day here in Tennessee, and you can see behind me the electrician is here. There's just one of them, there's no crew of them, just one guy, and he's trimming out the electrical, which is great. Hanging the lights, hanging the fan, putting the plugs and switches in. Super excited. Super excited for this, and I'll have a little bit of footage here of him just hanging a few things, putting some lights up, putting some plugs in. But just wanted to document this next step in the journey, and super excited. So as the rain falls on this beautiful warm February day, here we go. So after a long, full day, we have fans, we have overhead kitchen lights that you can't see because it's so bright. Overhead kitchen lights, right? That's super awesome. A lot of the outlets are done now. And as you saw, the fan went in earlier, super cool. And then we have the outlet or the light for the utility. And as you saw also earlier, now the lights for the bathroom. We got the bathroom lights in here and the plugs and switches, so super exciting. There is a light here in the closet. Has not been fully connected yet, but there's a little old-fashioned pull cord for that. Either way, he's not completely done. He has a few miscellaneous trim things to do. But either way, a lot got done. A lot of the outlets got, I think all the outlets are finished. All the switches are finished. There's just some miscellaneous things that they're gonna have to come back another day to do. One of them being putting the porch light up, right? Putting that up, and a few other miscellaneous things. So either way, there it is. Super exciting that I can't believe this. Like, look, here it is, right? And I just want to pull in one more clip from the original build when we got here 4 months ago to now. I mean, that's just amazing. Just seeing it really coming together. It's really wonderful. It really is to just see it slowly unfolding, and now even more so, right? So anyway, lights are tweaking out. Not sure why. Maybe the power's about to go. We just had a big storm. I don't know. Either way, next clip will be something fun. I don't know what it'll be, but stay tuned. We'll see. Continuing on the trim work, the completion, working towards in the main wing, one thing I want to show to you, we got this today. These are 2 raw doors for the bathrooms, for both wings, right? So one for the studio wing, one for the main wing. And we had louvers cut into them so they can breathe because it's a bathroom. You want bathrooms to breathe. But just wanted to show this to you, some really cool wood louvers, these wood doors. They arrived today. Just one more exciting thing happening as we get things developing and moving towards completion here in the main house. I love it. So Laurel and I have been working hard in this trim out to demo up what the kitchen is going to look like. So imagine a kitchen here. We have refrigerator and sink and island here. So Laurel, go ahead and give us a little tour of what our little demonstration of mock-up kitchen is here.
Yeah, this is an exciting moment. We finally got to the point where the painting is done, the sheetrocking was done, the electric is almost completely in. You can see we've got lights and a fan. So we figured out the kitchen. So here's the kitchen. It's a kind of an L shape, and this is holding the place. There's going to be a butcher block counter that runs this way between the sink, the stove, and the fridge. And then the other butcher block will run this way, and it will come out to right about here. And I'll be able to use my darling high chairs. There'll be one here, one here, one here. So this is where people can sit and eat and enjoy. So those are all the things that are set. This is set. This is this wonderful wood stove. But I don't know what's going to happen here. This is going to be a seating area, and until we haven't gotten to that.
And the other thing, Laurel, is what's nice about this island, this peninsula, is that people can sit here, and in the winter months they can enjoy the beautiful wood stove, right? So we're just outlining the kitchen space for right now. There's more spaces to be demonstrated in time. Yeah.
This is the sort of before.
Yeah,
There's
because
been a lot of before.
There's a lot of before, but I think people are curious because I had a question last night. Is Laurel going to have like a normal house to live in? It's like, yeah, it's going to be like completely a normal house. So just wanting to give a teaser to people that we actually have a normal kitchen going on here as well.
Yeah.
So
It's normal, but the wood stove, there'll never be heating or cooling ducts. I will have an AC there,
Right.
And you know how hard it was to get electricity. So, you know, I'm kind of normal.
All right. We'll just a teaser, and then we'll keep going and keep you updated on this.
Bye-bye.
So that concludes this video of just painting the ceiling, getting the trim electrical in, and a little bit of a teaser for what is going to happen in the kitchen. So what's the next? The next video is going to be me putting in finished flooring and a few other trim out things, but that's going to be the next. So stay tuned for that video coming up soon, coming up next week. Stay tuned, and also subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video for anyone who may be interested in tiny living, tiny consulting, or just wanting to know what the heck's going on in other parts of the world. So thank you all for listening. I love all of you. Be well. And as we say here in Tennessee, have a good day, y'all. Woo!